Hi guys, this is Shumaye, your EST OGTA consultant, and today we are going to talk about how to make a good CV. And that's me. And these are the session objectives that we're going to talk about for each of them. And we're going to start with the question of what is CV. But what is CV? Actually, a curriculum vitae is a short written summary of a person's career, qualifications, and education. So basically, it's a summary that you can show yourself and your experiences to get the job you want to. But what is the importance of CV? A CV is the first contact you have with a prospective employer, and it is your chance to make a good first impression. So without a first impression, you cannot get a job, you cannot go forward to the road that you're going to go with. But if you have a good CV, if you can show yourself and your skills, your potential on your CV, you can get everything. When the CV changes, what changes? Actually, having a good qualified CV can make you get the job you want, but not having a qualified CV can make you visit all of the places to get a job, but not the specific one that you specifically want to get, even though you have the best experiences and skills. So without showing your skills and your experiences on a good CV, you cannot get anything, even though you have the skills that they are looking for. So basically, CV is the key of getting your dream job, and you should make it with correct marks. But how to make a good CV? Let's start with the first topic. And it is creating a header with contact information. Your header should be at the top of the page and include your name, phone number, and email address, because the employer is going to contact with you if they like your CV and your experiences to have an interview or whatever. So you should add your information on the top of your CV. And the second one is writing your professional experiences, detailing all of your practical work experiences so your prospective employer can see your career path. But your practical work experience phase should include your internships, your research projects, your lab work, and your volunteer work, and last of all, your field of experience so they can see if you're the best candidate for them. And including the title of your position, the name and location of your employer, so they can be the reference for your employer to get you the job. And the third one is detailing your education background. Of course, we do have some skills, we do have some educations for the jobs that we're applying for. Since a CV is often used for the academic job research process, it's important to include a section on your educational history. Maybe they're just looking for the specific candidates that have the specific education, like if they are looking for a business developer, maybe they're just looking for the candidates that are studying on business development. So list your education in reverse chronological order, starting from the most recent degree first, and include both degrees you've earned and those you're pursuing with the year, with your country, and with your city. And the fourth one is listing your relevant skills. Maybe the employer is looking for a specific skill, like a language, like a software skill, or like a programming skill. So you should add all of the skills that you have on your CV, then they can find you easier. Try to include all of the skills that you have that related to the job description, so it makes you a more desirable candidate. So you can also change the skills according to the job you're applying for. If they're specifically looking for a skill like a language, like French, like Spanish, or etc., you can put it on top of it so they can see first it, so you will be the best candidate. And the fifth one is describing your personal interests. This is actually optional, of course, optional, but actually when the employers see your CV, they can have a connection with you, a personal connection with you, so that will be also great for you to get the job. And the last one is a CV template, actually. So you can use this template while making your CV, but you can look at it after the session finish. But What if you don't have an experience? Actually, I do not have an experience at all, but I could have still a good CV, but how? Firstly, add an introduction part about yourself. Even though I do not have any experience, I do have a vision, I do have a mission and interests, and if I show them to the employer in a few sentences to show my road and want to go forward, so they're going to see my vision, my mission, and my potential. And the second one is expressing your skills, education with details. Now, you do not have any experience, but you have vision, skills, and educations to get the job. Maybe you didn't have any experience, but you have some skills about some programming skills like Python, and they're just looking for a candidate who knows how to use Python. They will directly see you, and maybe they will hire you. And the last one is recreating the job descriptions. Even if you have a volunteer experiences or a social club member, add your role in a professional words. Like instead of I was responsible for sponsorships, you can say responsible for B2B sales. So even though you do not have any experiences, you have some activities in your school, in your university, even if they were just for fun, you can express the job descriptions in more professional way. And there we go. There are some tips and tricks. The first tip is keeping your CV changeable. So you can change and add some details according to the job you're applying for. If they're just looking for some specific skills or specific educational backgrounds, you can highlight them on your CV and get the job. And the second one is keeping it short. Keeping your CV short and summarize every experiences you have will you increase to get the job you want. And any company wants to read a CV for 100 pages. It should make you bright at first thing. And the last one is making a research before applying. Having insights about the job and company you're applying for will increase your chances because you already know what are they looking for, how is the candidate they're looking for, so you can just reshape yourself. Maybe you can recreate your CV according to their willings. So you can recreate your CV by these insights. And there are some CV examples here. Actually, the first one is more professional than the other one, even though the second one is more basicer than the other one. We still have a professional CV, because even though the candidate doesn't have any experience, we just express all of the job descriptions here in a professional way. So thank you so much. This is Sumaya, and you can always reach me out for any questions.